Well, hello. Welcome back to Baking with Saints and Sophia this week. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about Saint Marie of Incarnation. Now, we'll get a little bit more into her later, but since she was a nun and her order that she lived in was in France, we're going to be making a French dessert. Cream puffs. Now, cream puffs are usually a very difficult thing to make, but I've actually found a revised version that's going to be extremely easier to make. So what you're going to need, and this recipe I'm cutting in half, but I'm going to be giving you the original amounts. So you will need 1 cup of water, 1/2 cup of butter, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 4 eggs, 4 cups of milk divided, so 4 separate cups with each cup of milk in it, 8 ounces of cream cheese softened, 3 packs of French vanilla pudding, or if you're having trouble finding French vanilla, you can always buy regular vanilla and just add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract to it. 1 cup of Cool Whip or whipped cream, and then chocolate syrup. There's not really a given amount, just whatever amount you want to put on your cream puffs. And then, yeah, that's all the ingredients. So the first thing you're going to do is preheat your oven to 400. And we'll get that started. And the first thing that you want to do is spray a 9x13 cooking pan with Pam. Okay, and now the actual first step that we're gonna start with is put our butter and water into a saucepan. Now you're going to want to put it over medium heat, wait for the butter to melt, and then once it is fully melted, you can put it on high and bring it to a boil. Now that it is boiling, you will take it off of the heat, wait a little bit, just about a minute or so, and then you're going to put your flour in the saucepan and take a wooden spoon and mix it up and form a dough. Once you are able to make a soft ball out of the dough, transfer it to a large mixing bowl and let it set for about 5 minutes. Okay, so once your dough has been setting for about 5 minutes, you're going to put all your eggs in one at a time, mixing thoroughly between each addition, and then after all your eggs have been put in, you're going to mix the dough for 1 to 2 minutes more, or until the mixture is smooth. So now that you have your dough, don't worry, it is going to be very sticky. You're just going to transfer it into your 9x13 pan. Oops. And hopefully we can get it out. Okay, I'll get the rest of it out, but then you're just going to spread all around the pan and make it an even layer. And then you're going to put it in your oven for 20 to 23 minutes. Okay, here is my puff pastry, and I just took it out of the oven. Mine took 20 minutes, but yours could take longer or shorter. You just want to get this really good golden brown color, and then you want to put it in the fridge and let it completely cool. Now you're going to want to combine your cream cheese, your Cool Whip or whipped cream, and your French vanilla pudding, and then you're going to mix it with an electric mixer until it is extremely thick. Once it looks like this, like almost a second dough, you're going to put a cup of milk in one at a time and mix it, and then make this a really thick whipped cream consistency. Okay, so I just realized in the last clip I said to make your pudding or custard, a whipped cream consistency, but I actually meant a thick pudding consistency. And so what you're going to do is make sure that your puff pastry is completely chilled, and take it out and put all of your custard on there, spread it around evenly, and then take your chocolate syrup and put it on top. So now let's try it. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. Alright. Okay, so in the last clip you saw me taking a bite out of the cream puffs. They are really good. Usually the cream puffs are a different shape, but they're still really good. I would only make it a few times a year though, because you could eat probably a whole pan by yourself. That's how good it is. And so in the next clip you will see me talking about St. Marie of Incarnation. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about St. Marie of the Incarnation. St. Marie was born on October 20th, 1599, and she was an Ursuline nun of the French order. As part of the group, the nuns sent to New France to establish the Ursuline order. Marie was crucial to the spread of Catholicism in New France. Moreover, she had been credited with founding the first girls' school in the New World. St. Marie died on April 30th, 1672, at the age of 73. She was beatified on June 22nd, 1980 by Pope John Paul II and canonized April 3rd, 2014 by Pope Francis. Her feast day is on April 30th, and a little bit about her life is prior to her departure for New France, she had been leading a cloistered life as a member of the Ursuline order. After having professed her vows in 1633, she had changed her name to Marie de l'Incarnation. That Christmas, she was confronted with a powerful vision which functioned as a catalyst of her mission to New France. In this mystical dream, Marie saw herself walking hand in hand with a fellow laywoman amongst the backdrop of a foreign landscape, on the roof of a small church in the distant, foggy landscape sat the Virgin Mary and Jesus. She interrupted this as the mother and son discussing her religious calling to the new land. She recounted the vision to her priest at the order, who informed her that the nation she described was Canada, and suggested that she read the Jesuit Relations. From this, Marie concluded that her vocation was to help establish the Catholic faith in the New World. In August 1639, the group landed in Quebec City and began to establish a convent in the lower town. When they began their work at the foot of the mountain, Quebec was but a name. Hardly 6 houses stood on the site chosen by Champlain 31 years previously. She and her companions at first occupied little houses in the lower town. In 1642, the Ursulines moved to a permanent stone building in the upper town. The group managed to find the first school, which would become known to Canada, as well as the Ursuline Monastery of Quebec, which had been designated one of the National Historic Sites of Canada. So that is a little bit of the before and after. Before she went to Canada and after she went to Canada, and there's so much more to her than just her having her image and her dream, and you can always look her up and read about her, but those were the main parts I thought were really interesting about St. Marie. And thank you for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.